Hello, chat. I was only a little late. I spent like 5 minutes looking for my concealer. I couldn't find it, and I was like upset. Oh, hi, Nano. I was genuinely upset about it. Anyway, hello everybody. I think she might be tired. I am tired, but I'm always tired, so it's nothing new. She needs to dial in. I'm literally always tired. You see these eyes? These are I put concealer on to hide how tired I am, and I still look this tired. 100% snowy. Anyway, hello chat. Fit check? Alright, fit check. I gotta be careful with the skirt. Find the concealer? I did. She has arrived. Yes. And I have my Mountain Dew, so we're all good. Hello. Our queen is generous. Quite generous. Anyway, hello chat. How's everybody doing? I had a pretty uneventful day so far. I took a vial of cat pee to my local vet, so that was cool. It was like I walked in there and I'm like, here's a vial of pee. What did you take it? And they did. There was a when we went into the vet to get, like, at the front counter, there was this little tiny black kitten just like on the counter. He was so cute. He was so cute. Today feels too quiet. Is the audio quiet? Let me look. Am I like quiet or something? How did I collect it? Well, they gave me so they gave me some like hydrophobic cat litter, so it doesn't, it's like the opposite of cat litter. It feels like cat litter to the cat, but it doesn't actually absorb the liquid at all. So all the liquid just kind of balls up by itself, and they gave me a little syringe that I can scoop it up with. So it wasn't actually that hard to collect. It was just kind of quiet. Let me just do this. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Anyway, yeah, so it was pretty weird, but not so bad. It's just sad because, like, for me it's upsetting because, like, the litter box does not look healthy because, like, there's just little spots of bloody pee everywhere in the litter box because it doesn't absorb anything, and she doesn't have, like, she's not able to, like, drink enough so that her body gets hydrated so that she can actually use the bathroom. It's like she keeps trying to pee, so she's constantly empty. She's like, anytime she gets any fluid in her body, she pees it out immediately. It's fucking, I don't like it. You should simply just get a dog. You know, dogs can get UTIs too. Like, it's not, humans can get UTIs. It's not like a cat or dog thing. It's just like, the one thing, I just wish it was easier to give her the medicine, because it's so fucking hard to give her the medicine. Did they give her antibiotics? Well, they gave me medicine, so I have to, I have this oral medicine that I have to give her, and I like draw it up in the thing, and I have to squirt it in her mouth. And some cats are okay with that. Like, some cats don't care. Puck is a very particular kitty, and she does not like stuff entering her mouth that she does not know what is. So it's like, I remember I was at I gave her dewormer or a long time ago, or like at the vet. So the vet's trying to do this. This is a professional guy, right, who does this all day, trying to give my cat an oral injection, and she's just freaking the fuck out. So Puck is not a very happy kitty when it comes to that kind of stuff. I think she gets why, like, I have to do it, but it's like I have to get Jizzy, and like we have to wrangle her and like hold her, and then I have to just open her mouth and like squirt it in there. It's not fun. It's not fun. I have to do that twice a day. I have to give her antibiotic, like 1 milliliter of antibiotic once every like 12 hours. And then I also have to give her another like oral injection, which is like anti-inflammatory Advil type stuff. Which that one, I kind of like have to wait to do that one. I just want to give her that one just because I don't like seeing her like be in pain. So I want to give her that one, but I always have to wait until it's the right time to give it to her. But it's like I had 3 of those things, so I don't know how many. I guess it's only 3 days worth of Advil, but it seems like that the anti-inflammatory really helps it because it's like her bladder is like inflamed. That's why she has to pee all the time. It's what makes her like body have the you need to go pee response, right? But I don't know. It's really fucking. It's not fun. It's not fun. The dark circles under my eyes are there for a reason. You seem like you are a wrangle cattle. Like I don't know. It's not too hard to get it in her mouth. I just really feel bad. I mean, you can tell that she like knows that why I'm doing it. It's just like she does not like it, and I hate it. Other cats, like, you can give them oral injections and they'll be totally fine. Like, Chestnut will just eat it. Like, she doesn't care. She'll just, like, you just give her the syringe. She'll just be like, okay, I'll take that. I don't care. But Puck is like, you're gonna have to fucking hold my ass down and fucking force my mouth open to squirt it in little bits in there at a time. Because as soon as you get any amount of liquid in there, she's like, nah! Hang in there, you good cat mom. I hope so. I hope so. I'm just so worried about her. You know, it's like, I get it. You know, when you have a pet and the pet's sick and you really care about your pet, it's really difficult. It's like, I just want her to be healthy. Astra vet. I had a urinary tract infection. It was very painful. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm so, like, worried about it. It's because it's like, I know it can't be fun. Like, I've never had a UTI, but, like, I imagine they're not fun. So I really don't... I'm really like, oh, man, I hope she's okay. Love your beautiful looking outfit. Oh, thank you. Hi, Peanut. You want to sit up here, Peanut? Wow. Speaking of kitties... Peanut's okay though. She doesn't have a UTI. I don't think anyway, right, Peanut? You don't have a UTI, do ya? I don't have enough money to have multiple cats with UTIs. Okay. Tired Astra's cute Astra. Yeah, I am tired Astra. Like, woke up and I'm like, I had to go wake up Jizzy and then I have to fucking like wrangle Puck. I think it's mostly older women who get them. I don't know, it just depends. Like, it's like for men, I think it's harder to get a UTI because there's a longer distance between, like, you know, your actual bladder and the source that you can, you know, you have a filter in the side in the form of a penis, right? But for women, they don't have that, so there's a lot closer. The bacteria is already a lot closer to the bladder, so I guess it's easier for females to get UTIs or something like that. I don't really know. But I definitely wouldn't want to get one. It does seem like it would not be fun. My mom, when I was a kid, we had a cat named Chocolate Chip. And Chocolate Chip had a weird bladder problem where, like, his bladder would produce, like, crystals. And he would, like, pee them out. And it would be, like, really painful. And it was really, like, fuck. And my mom had to, like, buy this really expensive special prescription food for him. Or else he would just, like, do that. And that cat, like, was fucked up. That cat, when it was really young, got ran over by my dad. And its, like, guts came out. And we had to rush it to the vet and like, fix him. The cat was... I always felt bad for that cat. That cat had to put up with a lot of shit. That cat had to put up with a lot of shit. Poor Chocolate Chip. He's in a better place now, though. The urethra is longer if you have the icky... If you have as icky, would it... Fucking Jesus Christ. Maybe I am dyslexic sometimes. I swear to God. The urethra is longer if you have, as Icky would put it, a hot dog. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Astra, for being able to read a simple sentence. It's put together correctly, too. I don't know how to read. Homeschooled strut. My mom had a cat that lived for 33 or 34 years. Holy shit, dude. How? What are her secrets? How can I get my cats to live that long? I'm gonna be fucked up when my cats die. Like, I'm gonna be fucked up, alright? How can I maximize my cat's life? I'm, like, worried about Puck's diet. I really want to get her on a better diet because she's, like, Mina Dachshund. It's because, like, Puck only eats dry food. Like, only eats dry food. And I want her to eat some more healthy food that's better for her, like, liver and long-term health. But, like, she's very particular about what she eats. I don't know. It's like she only eats one type of wet food. It's like the fresh pet cat food. It's like most of what they fucking... I don't know, man. It's... Okay, but like, what if I carrageenan in cat food? Oh, thank you, playback error. It's literally like, there's so much stuff that's like, don't give your cat carrageenan. Like, there's so much stuff on the internet about it. But like, if I go to Freshpet, like their website, and I look at this, and I look at their ingredients for their cat food, I look at this Instacart or whatever the fuck, right? Which, by the way, it's never in stock. I cannot find this anywhere near where I live. But where are the ingredients? Is it not in this one? Am I going insane? Why can I not? Fuck. Okay, Instacart sucks. Oh, thank you. Thank you for this wonderfully large image. All right, let's see here. Ingredients. Where the fuck are the ingredients? Here we go. Chicken broth, beef liver, natural flavors, egg tapioca starch, carrageenan. Look it. It's fucking in there, man. It's fucking in there. According to Google, carrageenan is natural, flavorless, and nutritionally devoid, derived from red seaweed. It is used in additive and other products. So if it causes cancer, I guess don't eat red seaweed either. Well, just because it's like made from red seaweed doesn't mean that it's like the same. Like they can process things like with like bleach and it can fuck it up. Carrageenan is in human food too. I'm not worried about like track you for giving chat advice to practical tips. Wait, what? It's like, it's not just like, I don't care about it in human food, but I've heard like on multiple occasions that carrageenan is like bad for cats. So I'm like, I don't want to give her this wet food because it's like, I don't think it's good for her. I don't want to give my cat cancer, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. But it's the only thing she eats. It's literally the only thing she eats that's not wet, dry food. At least she eats dry food. She does eat dry food, so at least she does eat something. But, like, I can't... I feel like she needs to get more hydrated. Like, I feel like that's not good for her to only eat dry food, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe. Hopefully she just has god-tier genetics and just lives long and healthy. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that we can eat that our pets can't. Yeah, I don't really know what carrageenan does to humans, and I don't really care. I mostly care about my cat. Like, I'll eat some cancer-causing shit. I don't care. That's future me's problem. But if I'm, like, talking about my cat's health, like, fuck. I'm not... How old is she now? She's, like, 3. I think she's about 3 years old. I got her, I think, a year or a little bit before, I think I got her in, like, 2021, I think. 2021 or 2022. Something around there. She's a baby. She is baby. She's a year older than the other cats. Like, Peanut's only 2, but she is baby. But I'm still worried about her, you know what I mean? Like, I want to, like, I've seen, like, videos about how people say, well, you know, cat food that you buy at the counter is really bad for your cats, and it, like, gives them kidney problems later on in life. And it's like, well, fuck. What am I supposed to feed my cat? Future Astra will be interesting to talk to. I don't know. It depends on how the future goes. I feel like there's a lot of different potential future Astras on the table right now. Because then we could go, like, in a year from now, future Astra might be like, the year is 2025. It's been a civil war. I've been fighting for 3 months now on the front line. The manly man voice really does hurt the throat. It really does fuck up the throat. I won't lie. Drink some Mountain Dew. Can't wait to meet the 76-year-old Astra. I wonder what the 76-year-old Astra is gonna be like. I have no idea. Probably be like, I remember when I used to have a bushy. I remember that. It was sexy as shit. I used to be one fine hot piece of meat back in my day. Good, don't use it. Your cat food bill has to be crazy every month. It's not terrible, like, because it's like, we usually buy, like, 1 bag of cat food a month, which is just, like, the big bag. So it's, like, $20 a month, and it usually feeds all of our cats. We also get wet food, though, so we give them a lot of wet food. So it's, like, I don't know, we probably spend about, like, $30 to $40 a month on cat food, which isn't terrible. I don't think it's bad. I remember thinking 2025 sounded like the far future as a teenager in the late 90s. Yeah. Grandma Astra, let's get you your meds and get you to bed. Are you kidding me? I get to smoke weed and sleep all day? Fuck yeah! See, chat, I hope that when I'm 75, I literally just don't care anymore, and I'll just be like, fuck it. Just fuck it. I hope that I'm in a spot where I could just, like, buy all of the fucking weed, have, like, some video games ready to go, and just fucking hunker down in my old age. I don't know if that will happen, but we're probably gonna have to go through, like, a period of apocalypse, you know, where civil unrest is causing everything to get fucked up. But I probably spend that much every 2 weeks for cats, or for 2 cats. Yeah, I mean, we usually get, like, the canned wet food, which is like, it's like $1 per can of wet food, and it feeds like 3 kitties. So it's like, you give some to Peanut, give some to Moogie, give some to Chestnut, and they'll all eat it. So, like, I think we can feed all of our cats, all 4 of the cats that eat wet food, with 1 can of wet food. Thank you, Wigamus, for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid, Wigamus. Reminding me that I need to make sure my girl voice is on point, because I keep slipping. Hello, everyone. But yeah, no, I usually do that, and then I give them wet, dry food, and they usually take their time with dry food. Luckily, my cats are pretty good about eating. Like, none of my cats really like overeat. You know what I mean? A lot of people like. I guess I probably shouldn't free feed cats because you know everybody says, oh, you need to not free feed your cats or whatever, but I figure free feeding your cats is more like how it would be in the wild because they usually eat like. Cats don't eat like 1 or 2 times a day. They eat like 15 times a day in the wild because they just keep coming back and eat and whatever they can, right? So the wild, that's how they do it. So I don't know, is it like better to have it free feed if they know how to like... Because there are certain cats that you can't free feed. Like there are certain cats that you absolutely cannot because they will eat themselves to death. But I feel like especially if you raise a cat where they know they're gonna have food every night and you know you're gonna keep their food bowl full, then they don't really care. Like I feel like a lot of my cats are foodie cats, but they don't eat more than what they want, you know what I mean? They know they'll have more food coming later, so these chubby bastards. Yeah, Peanut looks a little chubby, but she's not. She's just a big floofy monster. Isn't that right, Peanut? I'm on my phone, so I can't do a shout out. No, fuck. Anyway, yeah, I know, I like cats. I like cats a lot. Cats are, like, my favorite. The Twitch app is so bad. I've heard. It's really bad. Me and a friend have cats that are siblings. We both free feed them. My kitty is a sleek predator. Her cat is a chunky doofus. It's all in the cat. It really is all in the cat. Cats are so different from each other. Like, it's wild. Puck is so different than Moogie, and Moogie is so different than Puck, and, you know, like, Peanut is so different than either of them. Like, it's so fucking weird. It's like, you can notice similarities between cats because, like, you know, they're siblings, right? Like, Peanut and Moogie are siblings, and so I can kind of, like, see certain, like, trends, and I can kind of see certain, like, similarities that they have because they are siblings, but, like, they're, like, completely different cats other than that. I love animals in general. Cats and dogs, rabbits, opossums, spiders, snakes. I like spiders. I like dogs. I just don't... I think... I want to get a dog eventually, but I'm going to really make sure I have a lot of, like, land. Like, at least a yard that they can go into. I don't want to really keep a dog and not... I don't think that I have enough, like... I don't think I have enough, like... What's the word? I don't think I'm gonna be able to, like, walk a dog every day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I have, like, the dedication to do that. It's like, if you're gonna keep a dog indoors, you really have to keep him, like, you have to, like, walk him, like, multiple times a day. And it's, like, it's, like, a lot of work. If I'm gonna keep a dog, I'm gonna keep it in, like, a house with a yard so I can let him run around, get exercise. Because if you don't let your dog get exercise, that's really cruel. You know what I mean? Like, cats, you don't have to, like, exercise your cats. Cats will play with themselves. They'll play with other cats. They'll get their exercise. You should play with your cats, obviously. But it's like for dogs, you need to walk them. And you need to let them get their energy out. Because if you don't, they just won't. And that energy will, like, pent up in them. And it'll make them be aggressive. So, I don't know. It's like, I want to get a dog eventually. But I got to make sure, like, I have a yard first, you know? Most dogs need lots of activity, but you can get some that don't require much. This is true. This is true. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really... I'm definitely not getting another animal until I get a house. I just... There's no room. We don't have room for a dog. We just a little Peanut. Should you leave without... Holy crap, Boots is an hour late instead of 10 minutes early? I know, right? Someone was telling me their dog friend had a hognose snake and their hoggy would hiss at them and when it wanted pets and cuddles. What the fuck? What? Libs of TikTok? What is this? Why is it so loud? Jeez. Wait, what is this video? It's just Icky working out. It appears to suggest he will use physical force and fight in the women's restroom. Why are they so violent? I'm so confused. Who is this making fun of? I can't tell. I can't tell if this is some, like, stupid, like, conservative account being, like, completely unironic about it, or or if it's, like, the opposite. I don't really know. I don't really know, man. All I know is they broke up, and so I'm probably not going to hear nearly as much about Icky because they broke up, which is kind of sad, and I'm kind of sad for them for that, but, you know, whatever. Not my business. I hope they are happy with whatever they decide to do. If I'm going out by a tornado, I'd rather watch Astra stream. What? Is there a tornado where you're at, Medical? You should go into a basement. Go into a room with no windows. She's obviously being ironic. You can't tell with some of these accounts. Sometimes political accounts are actually so stupid that it's like, I can't believe someone unironically made this post. On both sides. That's not a partisan issue. That's like bipartisan thing that both sides will make the most retarded like fucking claims and like claim it to be true. Maybe it wasn't per taste. I don't mean like Icky's video. I just don't mean like, isn't Libs of TikTok one of those like you guys see like the liberal hive mind on YouTube? It's so cringy. Like, it's fucking, what are you doing? This is bad content. This is bad content. You're making your side look bad with this content. God damn it. But it's like, it's definitely like on both sides. Like, I'll see the dumbest takes on some like especially with like the trans stuff, like a lot of conservatives just don't understand trans people at all, and so they'll like a lot of conservative accounts will just spout the most ridiculous dumb shit about trans people of all time, kind of similar to how like the left does the same thing for like guns. It's like the left will be like, this is an AR assault rifle. It will shoot 9,000 rounds per minute and can explode your lungs out of your chest. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Lives of TikTok is a far-right hate group. That's why I couldn't tell if it was, like, ironic or not. Because some of those fucking, like, extremist political accounts on either side are just completely batshit insane. Libs of TikTok is run by a woman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know anything about it. I can't really say anything about Libs of TikTok or whatever because I don't use TikTok and I don't actually give a shit. Biden said a 9mm will make you explode. Well, Biden's like mentally can't like non-functioning at this point. So who cares what he says? Cats can't survive or thrive off baby food alone as it does not have all the amino acids cat requires. My cat's main diet is blue buffalo kibble. The baby food is an occasional treat. You give your cat baby food? What? Cats can eat like human food on occasion. It's just, you're not really supposed to feed it to them like every day. What the fuck was that? Oh. You need a better source of news. I do? I don't really use any source of news. I don't like using one source of news. Anything that tries to tell me what the news is, I'm usually like, are you fucking with me? Like, I don't care if you're on Fox News or CNN. All of that shit is bullshit. Like, all of it is fucking garbage. Like, all of it is literally just so stupid. And it's like, if you get your news from, like, TikTok or iFunny, 90% of the shit you read on there is just fucking stupid and like false. Like I'll see people like post shit on like fucking social media that is just blatantly false, especially on Twitter. Twitter's the worst, where people just spout blatantly false like facts and it's just like, oh, that's just not true. That's just not true, and you're clearly trying to like spin a narrative so that people believe a certain thing when it's not reality. I had TikTok on my phone for one day. I only get news from the Greeks. Our parrot eats pizza, french fries, mac and cheese, and pork. Does he eat chicken? don't know. I usually like take everything I see with a grain of salt. It's like I don't know. News, like I always see the people like on YouTube like, this episode is sponsored by Ground News, the one and only non-biased news source. Like, no, it's fucking not. You think that that shit's not biased just because they tell you who like made articles about it? It's fucking totally biased. Like, if you're getting your news from one person or one source, then you are getting biased news. I mean, you're always gonna get biased news. Every single piece of news you get is biased. So it's like, you just have to, like, understand that and, like, how to view that and, like, what are they really trying to get me to think here, you know? Like, don't forget Blair White. What about Blair White? She loves chicken. I don't read or watch news either. If I want information or an event, I'll go to the source. I want not a journalist's biased opinion on the information. Yeah, I mean, even... just whatever, like, the internet is so easy to just lie on, so it's like every single time you get any piece of news, you have to, like, take it with a grain of salt. Honest to God, one of the least biased news sources for American politics is, Al Jazeera. Well, yeah, because it's like the Middle Eastern CNN, isn't it? But it's very big, and they make a lot of shit. But I don't know, I don't really, even they're not unbiased, right? Like, everybody's biased, and literally everybody's trying to spin you a narrative. Like, if you see something on the internet about politics, they're trying to get you to think something. They're like, look at this fact. Doesn't that make you agree with me, huh? Doesn't this fact that I so conveniently produced out of nowhere make you just want to agree with me, huh? This is John Oliver in a nutshell. John Oliver is the most fucking dishonest, like, piece of shit I've ever seen. But people eat that shit up because he spins his, like, show in a way where it's, like, hard to disagree with him because he spins it in a way where it, like, hops over certain convenient details or facts about certain things so that he can just say, this is how you should feel about this topic. And if you don't agree with me, you're a bad person. Like, what? That's so fucked up. That's actually fucked up. Have Finn or Icky discussed why they broke up? I don't think so. I also don't think they should. That's kind of personal, and they have every right to keep that to themselves. Qatar, not Oman. What? The Al Jazeera is owned by the government of Oman, I think. Qatar. Well, Qatar is, like, crazy. Like, they're fucking... the wealth inequality in Qatar is insane. Like, Qatar is, like... 10% of the population are native, like, Qatarians, if you will. And, like, the rest of the population are imported immigrants from, like, India who are paid, like, dog shit. I don't know. I don't know much about Qatar, but, like, there's some wild shit going on over there. Basically, different attachment style, and they both want different things out of their relationship. Fair. Understandable. It's very understandable. I think when you're in a relationship, you really have to both make sure that you want the same things out of the relationship. That's, like, the main thing. It's like, people will get together, and they'll be like, oh, I'm going to college, and I want to graduate in this, and this, and this. And then they'll be dating somebody who's like, oh, I'm going to move to England next year on a study abroad mission. Like... the fuck are you dating for? Like, you're not gonna keep dating after that. Like, come on. They said they plan to stay friends. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it is, like, just cordial like that. It's always, like, a pain in the ass when, like... I feel like it's always some shit where it's, like, if you're in a relationship, the other guy's gonna be like, oh, you were the bad guy all along, whatever. But, I don't know. I haven't really been through that many relationships, so I don't really know. I've really only had one serious relationship that I've had, like, a serious relationship with. Everything else was kind of like high school flings that I didn't do in high school. Like, they're kind of like, I did them in my early 20s instead of my high school years, but I was homeschooled, so I have an excuse. Tubes. The one wants tubes. It's more like a pleasant lie you tell each other after an amicable breakup. Yeah, I mean... sometimes you just can't stand the other person. Also, it's fucking... I hate this camera and how it always tries to fucking adjust the white balance of the fucking scene. Yet it always blows out my face. Motherfucker. Transform. I wish I could just, like, keep it where it's at so it wouldn't try to adjust itself every 2 fucking seconds. That would be great. Why isn't this working? Oh, because it's not the right one. Fuck. Ooh, that's too dark. That's better. Let's turn down the gamma a little bit. No, not that. Saturation maybe? And then maybe the contrast. No. There we go. We'll run with that for now. I always suck at this. I always suck at managing my camera color correction, goddammit. If I wanted to check up on my ex-girlfriends, I would visit the sheriff website. Oof. I know people that are still legit friends after breakup from a romantic relationship, so it's not impossible. Yeah, it's not impossible. It's just really hard. It's really hard to do. Like, I mean, I feel like I've done that before where, like, I broke up with somebody and still was able to, like, interact with them and not be, like, an asshole about that stuff. But, like, I don't know, even that relationship, it's hard to say because those relationships only lasted, like, a couple months, you know, very small stuff. Like, it's a bit different when you're in a relationship that's, like an actual relationship where you're, like, been dating for over a year, you know? It's Devil's Night. Is Astra going to toilet paper any of the neighbors? No. No, I'm not. Why the fuck would I do that? You get dialed in one day. I tried some 00 buck and 1 ounce slugs in my over-under recently. Perfect HD gun for, according to Biden. I agree. No, it's not. An over-under is not a perfect home defense gun. That is not a perfect home defense gun. You want a good home defense gun? That's a good home defense gun. Right there. Not an over-under. Use an over-under for varmint hunting, not for fucking defending your life. Are you really willing to, like, bet your life on, what, a fucking single slug shot and a fucking 22 round? Or a single 12 gauge and a fucking 20 gauge round? Whatever the over-under combination is. I don't... Even if it's 2 slugs or a slug and a buckshot, like, really? You trust your life with 2 slugs? What if there are, like, 3 people trying to get in your house, right? This shit happens too, right? Because people will fucking come in, like, if someone's gonna break into somebody's house and they know that the person's there and they could be armed, they're gonna bring a couple guys in there to really, like, fucking get in there and be like, give us your fucking money. And at that point, you need a gun that's got more than 2 rounds. You need a shotgun that's got at least 6 rounds in the tube, or an AK. So my SKS is for, SKS is, please tell me it's not been modified. Please tell me it's still got its wooden stock, ammonicable. Please tell me it's just stock. Please tell me you didn't bub it. AA-12. Actually, I would prefer a Vepr 12, which is just an AK shotgun, which is unironically what I use for home defense. As unironically, my home defense shotgun is the Sega 12 with like 10 or 12 rounds of buckshot. Kind of important. If you want 3 people to get in, you let the door automated open the door for them and get the thermite in the ceiling joist and gets remote trigger. What? Boobs, I think that's called entrap. That's like, pretty sure booby traps are illegal in a lot of places. 17 9mm and a Glock. Not really. I would not use a handgun as a home defense gun. A handgun caliber is going to be way less effective than a rifle around. And it's like, if you're really going to have a home defense gun, make it a rifle. Keep your Glock as your carry gun. Don't fucking try to say, oh, I'll be a fine home defense gun. Like, no, use a fucking gun. Don't be John Wick and take a 9mm AR carbine to shoot guys with level 3 plate armor. Don't do that. fucking grab the shotgun from the get-go, okay? Grab the AR from the get-go. Don't grab the fucking 9mm piece of shit. You need a real Sega automatic. I mean, I could make mine automatic very easily. But I don't really like jail, so I don't want to do that because Bussy is a sought after commodity in our prison systems. So I don't want to make myself I don't want to inevitably make myself into a form of currency inside of a prison system. On the plus side, you use enough thermite, it cuts down the corpse disposal. Don't want to accidentally shoot up the neighbors. That's honestly why I think like a pump action shotgun is the best like home defense gun, but one that has a good enough caliber. Like, I know Biden's like, all you need is a pump action. I do think a pump action is like the best home defense gun because a semi-automatic is just not as reliable as a pump action. It just isn't. And you know that when you shoot the pump action and you rack it, you're going to be able to shoot the next round. But like for a semi-automatic, there's so many different types of ammo and certain guns don't like certain types of ammo. Where it's entirely possible that you just let the magazine sit there for too long and then that ammo, I mean, usually you can let it sit for quite a while. But let's say, like, you go to shoot somebody, you got, like, 3 people trying to break in your house, you're shooting them, and then your gun jams because it didn't cycle all the way, because it didn't, that one single shotgun shell just didn't have quite enough power to get the gun to cycle. Like, just fucking get a pumpy. Get a pump with an extended tube. I have a Remington, is it 500? It's a Remington, I think. Is it the Remington? I'm pretty sure it's the Remington. It's the Remington Police Magnum. Or is it Remington or is the other one? It's one of like the main shotguns. Remington 870. That's the one I'm thinking. It's a Remington 870 Police Magnum, which is basically means it's got a little bit more durable parts, but generally it's like it's just a pump action shotgun with an extended tube. So I've got like 8 rounds in there instead of 6, I think. So I got 8 rounds of buckshot. I can really defend my house with that, right? That's probably good enough. But I would also like say an AR is also a good option. It just depends on your situation. Like, I probably wouldn't use this for a home defense gun where I currently am at, because like I live in an apartment and I don't want to shoot that way because I don't want to hit my neighbors. So it's like, if I'm gonna use a home defense gun, I'm probably gonna have birdshot in it, to be honest with you, because birdshot has a much less high chance of going through the wall and having enough velocity after it to hurt somebody. It does have the potential to do that, but it's much less potential than like a 5.56 round, which will just go zipping through the fucking the paper walls in our apartment. Bird shot. Man, I want to go pheasant hunting. I don't know why. I just really want to go pheasant hunting. I want to go skeet shooting as well. My stepdad has been trying to find a magazine of ammo he lost when he wrecked his motorcycle a while back. He bought a metal detector and has been checking the area along the road where he wrecked. What? That's some dedication. That's some fucking dedication. He bought a metal detector, which was probably more expensive than the magazine that he lost. Couldn't he have just bought, like, another magazine? I would love an 1897 trench gun with some nice long World War II bayonet for home defense. Now, that would be badass. I do appreciate that. That would be very badass. It's like, what if you're like breaking into somebody's home and you got in a shootout, and after a while you're hiding under cover and it's like there's a lull in the shooting, and then all of a sudden from across your cover you hear fixing bayonets, and all of a sudden some fucking cracked out naked guy is running at you with a trench shotgun with a fucking knife attached to the end of it. I would probably shit myself. A guy pointed a gun at me at a gas station. I called the cops. He ditched the gun somewhere. I spent a day trying to find it. I mean, you don't get to keep it if you find it. Like, do you? I don't recall exactly his reasoning behind it, but I don't think it was because he wanted to get the ammo instead of buying. I think it was because he wanted to get the ammo instead of buying new. How expensive was the ammo? Where it was it was cheaper to buy a metal detector and find the ammo than it was just to buy more ammo. Like, I understand ammo prices are crazy, but they're not that bad yet. I mean, like, what the fuck? I don't think that was why. Oh, I don't think it was because of that. I don't... Did any trench shotguns with bayonets provision survive, or is it the true all shotguns were scrapped for PR reasons? I don't think so. No, I see a lot of those old slam shotguns at gun stores. They're actually not too expensive. Like, I've seen a good couple of those old, like, World War II style pump shotguns for, like, $300. I really want one. Like, I really, really want one. They're so cool, and I've always wanted one. I fucking love those old style shotguns. Yes, if it would fuck up somebody. What? I don't mean the World War II, I mean World War One. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about the World War Ones though. The day I was trying to 0-0 and slug in my over and under, I was on the range with my real estate agent. We shot birdshot after peppered paper at 25 meters. Yeah. I definitely wouldn't recommend an over-under for home defense though. Over-unders are great for they're actually great for pheasant hunting because they're a little bit better than like a coach gun, which has the 2 barrels side by side. The double barrel coach gun is great for getting a lot of spread if you're doing both shots at once, but if you really want a little bit more accuracy, because obviously with a double barrel shotgun and you're looking right down the middle of the 2 barrels, you're technically not aiming at what you're trying to aim at because your barrel is offset just a bit to the right and the left. But an over-under is right in line with your sight. So for like pheasant hunting where you maybe need a little bit more accuracy, it's not bad. It's really good. But for home defense, I would not trust an over-under for home defense. It's like a fucking guy breaks in your door. You take one shot. He's still coming. You take another shot. He's still coming. Hold on, bad guy. Let me reload. Just get a fucking pump action. Just get a pump action with a 45 as a backup. Aristocracy intensifies. Peasant hunting.
Oh, indubitably. I do love going peasant hunting. Oh, you just laid a pot of gold just over there in the field. Just watch them scamper over to it. You could even tell them we're going to shoot them if they go for it, and they'll still do it, the little rascals.
Shotguns are making useful in war now because of drones. Yeah. I don't know. They're not, those aren't the really real drones that scare me. The real drones that scare me are the ones that sit way higher up that can like track your movements with like millimeter precision. Drones are fucking scary, dude. I do not like drones. If someone's still coming after you after 2 shotguns, you need target practice. That's bullshit though. Like that's so bullshit. Like you realize how easy it is to miss a shotgun shot. You realize like when you're in the moment and adrenaline is pumping through you, how easy it is just to go bang. It's like, it's so easy just to like pull a shot to the right or left accidentally. You do not want to bet your life on your aim. It's not a good idea. It's never a good idea to bet your life and possibly even your kid's life on the fact that you're just a good shot. Like, man, just buy a fucking pump action with an extended tube. Just buy a fucking AR. Don't take the risk. It's not worth it. Is it worth your kid's life? Because, oh, well, you don't need more than 2 shots. You just must not be a good shot then. Like, fuck that, dude. It's your life. It's literally the life of you and your family at risk. Like, it doesn't... You're gonna be that guy? So the John Wick movies lied to us? They did. John Wick movies are just a big advertisement for big gun companies. Tell me you've never been in a gunfight without telling me you've never been in a gunfight? Yeah, actually. Depending on whether you're firing slugs or shells, yeah. Between the sound of getting shot by a shotgun, it would make a 99% of people retreat. But what about that 1%? Huh? Like, what about that 1%? If you had a button that said, this is a button that if you press it, 99% chance that you'll live. But there's a 1% chance that you just fucking die. Like, oh, not a 0% chance. So I was a 1 in 100, like, presses of this button, you will die. Okay? Now, what if I told you that just for no extra money, just buying the correct gun, you can reduce that odd to like 99.9 so that there's a 0.1% chance you die? Are you not going to take that? I mean, it's your fucking life. I don't know, chat. I get a little bit worked up. Don't worry about me. Don't go hunting with Dick Cheney. That's some real arcane knowledge there, Pool Boy John. You better be careful, or else you're gonna fall out of a one-story building. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is so cool. Chat. Oh, it's so nice. I want it so badly. I would love these things. Oh. Oh, that is nasty. Look at that, motherfucker. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's see if there's a Winchester. What's like the average price of these things? Here's one for $200, $300. This is the current bid, though. Oh, I love that. I love like the trench bayonet shield. Oh, it's so fucking cool. It really depends on the condition of it, but I've seen them around. They're not too much money. Depending on the one you get, though, it really depends, I guess. Oh, that's so fucking cool, dude. Oh my god. I love these shotguns. They're so cool. Gunsmith Special. What the fuck does that mean? Anyway. And my brother and I were little kids. A bunch of people were sitting around, getting rowdy outside our house in an apartment. It was scaring us. And my mom grabbed my dad's shotgun, which didn't have any ammo in it. We went out to the porch and it cocked it. They scattered. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of instances where just the presence of a gun will deter an actual confrontation. That 1% will come to you no matter what. Then, lol, just drop a nuke on them and sell it for good. Yeah, but that's not good. That's not good. Trust me. Listen. You do not want to be in the situation where there is a person, an armed guy, trying to hurt you or your family, and you only have 2 rounds to stop him. Like, that is not a situation you want to be in. If you willingly put yourself in that situation, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's like, you just buy the right tool for the job. An over-under is not the right tool for that job. Fun fact, slugs grouped very well at 25 meters, but when they went space X and stacked on each other at 10 o'clock, good 10 inches off aiming point, having more than 2 is nice. It's very true. Very true. Honestly, the main thing is, a lot of tactical guys, like a lot of like, oh, I'm so cool, my tactical fucking carry. I have my Glock 43 with my Surefire light on it, and I carry it with my Vortex red dot, and I run drills every day to make sure that I'm ready. Like, I get that. I understand that. But, like, I feel like there's a lot of people who forget that when you're in a moment, when you're in a confrontational situation, you're not focusing on that at all. You're not going to be thinking about how to clear your weapon correctly and do the fucking tactical bullshit when you're literally getting pumped with adrenaline and there's a guy coming at you. All that shit goes out the fucking window when shit hits the fan. All right, adrenaline fucks you up. It's just not that way. You're not gonna be able to precisely aim the shot exactly where you want it. It's like people are like, why don't you just shoot him in the leg? You don't have to kill him. It's like, bro, in that moment there is no, oh, I'll just shoot him in the, no, it's do or die, literally. And it's like in that position, you don't want to sell yourself short. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to not have the right tool for the job when the situation calls for it. Gunsmith Special sounds like a fancy version of Bubba to shit. Yeah. Unless you want to get authentic Winchester, get a retrograde Mossberg or dress up Remy. Yeah, I mean, I don't really need a real one. Obviously, I would like a real one because I really like historical guns, but I also want to shoot it. And there's certain historical guns you can't really shoot that often. And I already have one gun like that I don't need two. The classified ad says mechanic owned. I've done Yosemite Sam shooting in the ground in front of people to make a point. I wouldn't do that, but I don't know. The thing is, if you're going to pull your gun, if you're in a situation where you need to pull your gun out, you need to be ready to end somebody's life. Like, that's the thing. If you're not ready to end somebody's life, you shouldn't pull your gun. Like, if you're like, maybe I shouldn't use this. No. If you're at the point where you're grabbing your gun and you're pulling it out, you've already passed that point. This is the point where you have to, like, defend your life or let yourself get killed. That's, like, That's the thing. And when you're shooting somebody, you don't shoot to wound. You shoot to kill. You literally just... You fucking shoot them until they change shape, you run out of ammo, or they catch fire. That's how it works. At least that's what I've... In my time, like, listening to, like, cops talk about this stuff, that's the sentiment that they talk about. Hydrate. Sorry, I get a little bit worked up about guns. I've got the AK up here today, by the way. I hope you guys like the... I think I'm gonna keep it right there for now. I need to set up the other guns, but I need to figure out what I'm doing with this first, because I have shelving now that I need to put all this stuff on, but we'll see. So I need to figure out where I'm gonna actually mount my guns, but for now, I feel like that works pretty well. She thinks about guns a lot. I do think about guns a lot. I love guns. And the thing about it is, I admit, though, a lot of my love for guns is LARP. I do love LARPing. There is, like, a part of me that's like, okay, this is exactly what I need for concealed carry. But I do love to LARP, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to carry my fucking full metal frame Astra A75 and 45 ACP. Like, I'd love to carry that gun. I think that gun would be badass to carry. I wish I could carry a 44 Magnum revolver around with me wherever I go, but practically, it's not practical. Like, I think the most practical gun for me is the 340 PD, and I've really thought about that question a lot. I think the 340 PD is the best one for me, anyway. The room setup is getting better. It is getting better, but I want to rearrange the CRTs and so they don't look quite as disheveled. The edgy samurai meme of not drawing your katana unless you mean to draw blood is actually real when it comes to guns. Yeah, like, actually, it is. Like, if you don't pull your gun to make a point, don't pull your gun to, like, scare somebody off. You pull your gun to shoot somebody, right? And it's like, you don't pull your gun to, like, scare them off. Like, it's good if you pull your gun and they do get scared off. At that point, like, okay, stop and let them get away. If the guy runs away, don't shoot him. That's murder. If the guy runs away, don't put a bullet in the back of his head. All right, that's bad. But, like, if you're at that point and you're just trying to scare him into, like, running away, that can also backfire and cause them to pull their gun. So unless you're pulling a gun to actually use it, don't pull it. It's a bad idea. But only pull it if you're ready to fucking end somebody's life. Which is pretty fucked up. I think if I ever had to do that, I would literally be like fucked up mentally from it. Does the light dim? No, it's just my stupid camera. Like, if I do this, look. It tries to fuck with the white balance in real time, and I hate it. It's like, oh, the white balance is off on the scene. What? And let me make your bright ass white face beam with light. I don't know, fuck. LARPing is fucking neato. Having a gun with you making camping at least 25% more fun. Yeah, I think that LARPing is really fun, and I do like LARPing, and I think there is room for, like, LARP. I just wish more people admitted it was LARPing. Like, there are guys that they'll, like, do drills, you know, they'll do build drills every other day, and they'll go out and they'll do tactical training. It's like, motherfucker, that's not how you win the revolution. That's not how you win the boog. Winning the boog is by keeping as many people armed and as many people, like, on your side as you possibly can. It doesn't have anything to do with, like, how much tactical training you have, how many Grantham fucking how to survive in the mountains with Grantham videos you've seen. It's LARP. It is LARP. Like, there is, like, a 0.03% chance that you might actually find that useful in real life, but it's LARP, right? It's okay to enjoy it, but just know it is LARP, and that's okay. That's fine. It's totally okay to LARP. Unless it's airsoft. Airsoft is dumb. I'm sorry to all my airsoft fans out there. Airsoft is so dumb. I don't get airsoft at all. Look at my gun that shoots 25 yards somewhat accurately. I can use my tactical training now that I have a gun that shoots a little plastic bead. The thing is, draw your CCW to ward, you get charged. You draw to de-escalate, you get charged. You draw to make a point, you get charged. You only draw to shoot, you only shoot in death or life or death situations. Yeah. Is it really that if you draw to de-escalate that, do you get charged for that? I didn't even know that you get charged for that. But no, yeah, it really is a life or death situation. You have to be able to prove into a court of law that that if you hadn't drawn your gun, that your life would have been in danger. That's like, you have to be able to justify that in a court, or else you get fucked. You fucking take that back, you little nerd. Airsoft is great. I don't know, maybe I just haven't done it yet, right? Like, maybe I haven't, like, I've never done airsoft, so maybe I just need to go with the right person to do airsoft. I would do it if, like, someone was like, hey, let's go. But, like, come on, dude. It's like, come on. Come on. Come on. God, it's like, come on. It's just not, come on. I'd rather spend the amount of money that people drop on airsoft, I'd rather drop on a fucking gun so I could LARP. Her outfit looks like she goes to a Japanese high school that teaches demon hunting. I mean, yeah, what do you think the AK there is for? My special magical AK. I do love that furniture, by the way. It looks so good. The purple heart wood on that AK looks so good. Astra LARPing, that would be a set to behold. I've LARPed on stream before. I have my whole like chest rig and everything. It's like the pantsuit patch on it. It's great. I've done that before, where I like wear my full LARP get up, where I have like the bandolier around my chest, even though I don't have a shotgun and I have like an AR. It's fucking funny. I mean, in public. Oh yeah, in public, but I wouldn't wear like a full chest rig and an AR on my like back in public, you know, unless it actually is the book, in which case I guess it's not LARP at that point. Listen, if I could keep my funny LARP game just LARP, I'd rather do that instead of having to actually use my guns on somebody. I'd be fucked up. I'd be real fucked up. I guess airsoft is different here in Sweden. You need to be 18 to even participate, and you need a lot of people to play or ferment or current soldiers. There are a lot of operator edgelords, but most people are pretty sensible people. Yeah, the operator edgelords are really kind of like what puts me off from that kind of stuff. I get it. Like, I sort of get it. But, like, you know, in the U.S., I think there's a lot, especially in the U.S., a lot of kids who do it, and they try to be all tactical, and it's like, people think it's, like, the best way to train as an operator. It's really not. It's really not the best way to train. Airsoft are toys in the U.S. They really are. They really are toys. Like, it's funny. I always find it funny when, like, other countries make regulations based off of airsoft. Like, Japan has some really strict regulations on airsoft guns, and it's like, the airsoft guns are just as, like, hard to get in Japan as real guns are in the U.S., which is just weird. I don't know, man. I like real guns. I remember this one time I saw, I fucking wish I could find it. I saw this video of this, like, fucking emo guy, like, making this video, like, don't fuck with me. I've got an AK. Don't fuck with me. And it's like, it was an airsoft AK, and he, like, tracked the charging handle, just back the little tiny bit that you rack the charging handle, and it's like, oh, bro, that's so cringy. Like, hi, Peanut. California will charge you with brandishing, a misdemeanor, and it can escalate into assault if anyone feels intimidated. What the fuck? Anyway, chat. This is an AK. This is a real one. This one actually shoots bullets. It's currently unloaded. But it's like, you'll see people with, like, airsoft guns be like, yeah, look at me, my airsoft gun's so cool. I'm so cool with my airsoft gun. I'm like, bro, that's not how you do an airsoft gun. That's not a real gun. When you rack a real AK, it's like satisfying. You know what I mean?
I hope that thing's unloaded. I hope that thing's unloaded.
But like, this is how a real AK should look when it's being racked, right? See how it goes like all the way back to here and then all the way forward and not just like... I don't know, I always thought that was kind of like, that was kind of a weird thing that people did. Airsoft is what you make it. You can run around aimlessly and do a shooty bang bangs with a bunch of radios, or you can do force on force with excessive, or force on force exercise with the boys. Maybe. I don't know. What I want to do that, like, what the military does. Like, what does the military do when they do their, like, drills? Like, I know they do have, like, a paintball type of game they play. I don't remember. But it's, like, really realistic. I don't know, it's like a type of airsoft, but it's, like, more realistic or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly. Yeah, I mean, I imagine airsoft could be fun. If you really go with, like, a lot of friends and you just have a good time, it could probably be fun. I'd probably do it. I'd probably rather go paintballing, though. Because paintballing seems like you're more, like, leaning into the just, haha, shoot you in the ass kind of funny type of thing. Do paintball guns have sights? Can you even aim paintball guns? How does that work? What is, like, the coolest paintball gun? If I go to Amazon... and they look up paintball gun. Is that a paintball gun? What? That's kind of sick. I kind of want to go paintballing. I'm not gonna lie. I do kind of want to go paintballing. Like, a part of me kind of really wants to try it. I've only gone paintballing, like, a handful of times. And I've never gotten hit. I don't know what it's like to get hit. I imagine it doesn't feel good. But, like, look at this shit. Oh, that's the wrong button. Look at, like, this shit. Like, that's actually really fucking cool. It honestly looks like a real fucking gun, too. It's kind of crazy. That straight up looks like a real gun. I got this for home defense? Come on. Hey, Peanut. You want that, Peanut? Come here. Wow. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. What does that shoot? Now that's the real shit right there, chat. That's the real shit right there. Tactical paintballing. Why am I not surprised to see Astra shopping for guns and bikinis at the same time? Truly, the only way to shop. Perfect way to join a stream. Exactly. Hello, Peanut. I guess it's kind of like the difference between the first aid training I got at work, which was a lecture and a video on how to dress a small wound, and the first aid training I got through a friend who teaches TCECC. For a living was a soldier who for a decade we were covered in fake blood. He had used $400 in medical gear by the end, both technical first aid training. What? I feel like, yeah, I don't know, it depends. Like, I feel like one of those is definitely more useful, but I feel like obviously the best training is like real life experience. I had mentioned last stream I had found some crack house. Both of them had sold. Well, I'm very happy for the new owners of that crack house. I hope they, Peanut, your tail is very fluffy and very much in the lens. Thank you, Peanut. Yeah, I'm very happy for the new proud owners of those crack houses. I hope they were happy with their purchases. Hello, Peanut. Clean that lens, Peanut. She was dusting it for me for a second there. It's too bad because one of the listings had a great found video feature in the ad. What? What the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't really want to live in a crack house. Really, I just want a small house that has a lanai. I wish that I had a lanai. Like, I just want to sit outside a lot of times. Like, I wish I could just sit outside and enjoy the weather and just, like, in my own, like, the privacy of my own little lanai and not have to worry about, like, the neighbors looking at me or judging me. Like, some people will just sit out in their front, like, door, and it's like, why? What are you doing? Just standing out there. Like, I don't want other people to, like, look at me, you know what I mean? I want to be in my private little nature oasis. Clean that lens, Peanut. I definitely don't want a crack house, though. I feel like buying a crack house would definitely be more expensive than buying, like, just a decent house. It's a crack home, exactly. It's not a crack house, it's a crack home. But I feel like, you know, for the listings you've linked me, Boobs, like, the actual, like, price of the house is cheap, right? It's still more expensive than I have. But, like, I imagine the actual repairs to make it even the bare minimum level of livable are, like, fucking, you'd have to spend, like, a lot of money. How bad are the mosquitoes? The mosquitoes aren't terrible. Like, they're obviously they're a bad, you just don't go out at dusk or dawn and you'll be fine. Like, if you go out at dusk or dawn, you could get bit, especially if you're next to, like, woods. Like, there's a tree line right there, so there's a lot of bugs right there. And especially at, like, at dawn and dusk, the mosquitoes like to come out, and they do like to come out. It is becoming winter, though, so the bugs are going back to hell where they belong. And, yeah, the mosquitoes aren't the worst. But if you have a lanai, it doesn't matter, because the lanai is screened in, so you don't have to worry about mosquitoes getting in, because they can't fit through the lanai screen. Well, if you live in it and slowly work on it one by room at a time, it's not so expensive. It is that expensive. You still end up spending $100,000. Like, if you buy a crack house and it would take $100,000 worth of work to get it up and, like, livable again, you still have to pay that. It doesn't matter if you pay it, like, 1 year at a time. You're still paying it. And it's like, how do you even live in that? Like, one of the houses you linked to me, Boobs, was literally burnt the fuck down. How do you even begin to live in that without putting hundreds of thousands of dollars up front to make it somewhat livable? But if you found an actual crack house, no, it's like, I don't know. If you found an actual crack house, a crack in the house, you could sell it and pay for the house. It could happen. I don't think you're, listen, I don't really want to sell crack, all right? You guys are trying to get me to peddle drugs here, and I'm not into it. You save a ton if you do your own work. It's only that expensive if you're hiring contractors. I mean, not really. The cost of the stuff is a lot. And also, I don't know how to do that stuff. I don't know how to I'm not a contractor. I don't know how to lay drywall. I don't know how to fucking do that shit. I know how to fix cars, not houses. Make sure you buy a crack house that has a hidden stash in the walls and you can sell it and recoup on the cost of the house. Yeah. Casually Evaluation acronym, really? Big boob should fill both hands. Fuck, Derek beat me to it. YouTube University, you can learn it. It's not hard. You see these risks? You see these little risks? These are not the kind of house building risks. I don't really want to do that. Lay drywall. If you can recap an amp, you can do drywall. In Germany, super ass new security pack weapon law just went into effect 100 minutes ago. Now it's illegal to carry any kind of knife while attending public events or going shopping, for example. Automatic knives are now banned. Damn, dude. Monica, I forget sometimes that you live in Germany, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that sometimes. I would love to visit Germany, but, like, Jesus Christ. Those are some strict gun laws. Security pack. I don't know, wasn't it like Ben Franklin or something who said, like, if those who, like, give away their freedoms in terms of for security deserve neither, or something like that? Fuck. Drywall is hard work? I don't think I'm cut out for that, man. I don't think I'm cut out to do drywall. March pause is the one I was taught. Look at that ear. She's blocking the chat. I can't read chat because she's in front of it. Peanut. The single. Oh! Somebody needs to clip that. That was fucking hilarious. Hi, Peanut. You get a drywall lift, the harder the work, think harder and work less hard. What? What if I don't have money for a drywall lift? What if I don't have money for any of that? Astra's like a NASCAR driver's wife. She doesn't work, lol. Caught it. We got a Peanut kiss. Yeah, that was adorable, Peanut. Aww. She's such a mushy kitty. Another benefit to being in a crack house is not the first time I've seen a drywall pro within walls working, not buying it though. Hi, Peanut. She's so fucking cute. I love this cat. Used to be a tile setter. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't think the crack house is the right move for me, you know? I think that I really would do better not buying a crack house. Especially when in Florida. Like, a crack house in Florida would just be awful. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's too wet here to buy a crack house. If you buy a crack house in Florida, it's gonna have, like, a lot of bugs in it. And it's gonna have, like, a lot of shit you don't want. It's gonna be wet. Like, the drywall is gonna be wet. It's gonna be terrible. Thank you, Slack Off, for the follow. Let's see here. I need to, like, save this clip. I'm gonna, like, download this. Avoid the bugs, move to Pennsylvania? No. How about no? How about not moving to Pennsylvania? How about, like, I just never do that? I keep seeing these, like, you know, the election's right around the corner. So I keep seeing these, like, videos of people going to, like, Pennsylvania to interview the people in Pennsylvania. And I always just think, man, that is such a depressing place to live. Like, imagine living in Pennsylvania. Come on. That place just seems kind of sad. It's like Pennsylvania was it's the Rust Belt. So you have all these dilapidated poor towns that have had their industry being, like, destroyed by, like, overseas investment. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the way. Secret to a good tile job is installing a shiny side up. At least Maddie Drums and Sokoson are up there. I thought Soko lived in Virginia. Did Soko move to Pennsylvania? Nice travel van. Oh, so yeah, what happened with that? I remember Maddie had a problem with like her parents. What happened there with that drama? Did I miss that? Was there juicy drama that I missed? What happened with that? PA is full of old folks. Even the polling place is closed by 2 p.m. Really? That's fucking early. It seems like a bad time for them to close. Maddie owns her own house. I know that, but like I heard there was some like trouble with her parents. The mesh doesn't go up. The what? A local bar closes by like 9. Damn, that's so fucking early, dude. I could not live. There's a lot of old people in Florida already. Like, I could not live in Pennsylvania, man. I really couldn't. I really, really couldn't. There's not even that much snow up there. 75% of Florida is old people? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's fair. At least they're spending their retirement money on our industry and our economy. I didn't think her parents are happy with her transitioning. Yeah, I heard that, but I didn't realize. I remember like hearing like talk of Maddie wanting to like move somewhere because of it. I don't remember. You never really know though. All that stuff is very hearsay. Next thing I'll hear, PA has dry counties. Honestly, I would believe it. PA is kind of weird. It's a weird place, and I don't think I'd want to live there. Here, chat. Let's watch one of those stupid like should I move to Pennsylvania videos. Let's watch one of those. Let's see what we can learn from that. Should I move to what is that? To Pennsylvania.
If you have overlooked
We have a state liquor stores across, but they're usually selling usually cheaper in nearby places retail prices. We get a lot of Canadian snowbirds up here. Really? That's kind of fucked up. You still get the snowbirds? Here's the thing. The old people sell all their stuff to move to Florida, leaving all of their sweet antique electronics back in Pennsylvania. As for guns, red flags went into effect as well. Oh, that sucks. We have red flags. We had red flags law here in Florida too, which sucks. I wish that we didn't have that in Florida. That is the one bad thing about Florida gun laws, is there are red flag laws. Alright, let's see if, hold on. Oh, there's no audio. Why the fuck is there no audio? Properties, yeah.
I think you're making a mistake. In this video, I'm going to tell you why Pennsylvania is one of the best states to buy a house and call home in 2024 and beyond. In case you don't know, Pennsylvania is known as the Keystone State. It was the second state admitted into the Union on December 12, 1787. It is surrounded by 6 states and stretches from the Delaware River to the shores of Lake Erie. It has a population of just over 13 million residents. Right now, I'm going to give you some reasons why you should be part of that 13 million. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look.
Statistically average.
Number 10. Statistically average. Yes, they are middle of the road on so many stats, it's actually humorous. Pennsylvania has very few stats or very few categories that they're really bad at and very few that they're really good at. Everything this state does is middle of the road. When it comes to healthcare, middle of the road, they're ranked 24th. When it comes to obesity rate, 23rd. Cost of living, 25th. Serial killers, 25th. Pet ownership rate, 23rd. Life expectancy, 27th. Crime rate, 25th. Domestic violence, 26th. Average IQ, 23rd. You get the point. Not too bad, not too good. Number 9, nature. If you don't know, Pennsylvania is one of the most beautiful states we have. Pennsylvania has a variety of cities and rural areas to choose from. They have tons of small towns that are absolutely beautiful. You can live in the farmland or you can live in one of the big cities. Pennsylvania, even though it does have one of the scariest neighborhoods in the world, which is Kensington, it's not that bad of a city in other places. Actually, most of that city is pretty decent. But all you ever hear about is the negatives. And Pittsburgh, really, for a major city, it's not that bad. Now, before you start saying, oh no, they got crime, every major city has crime. Every major city has bad neighborhoods. There's no urban paradise out there. Trust me.
In other words, Pennsylvania is mid. You're correct. It is pretty mid. I don't know. I just look at it and I think, damn, I'm glad I don't live there. I don't know. I feel like I've really kind of fallen in love with Florida. Like, I've lived here a year, so it's like, I feel like I'm past the point where I would have, if I hated living in Florida, I would have known it by this point. Like, I've lived through 1 full year in Florida. I've lived through the heat. I've lived through the winters. I've dealt with the snowbirds. I've dealt with the bullshit. I've dealt with the bullshit, you know, I've dealt with all, you know, I get it, right? I've dealt with the humidity, the bugs, or whatever. I feel like, at this point, I'm kind of just like, all right, I think Florida is just the place. I think I'm just going to stay in Florida. Like, I don't know. Oh my god, Astra's live. It's been months for me. Did you survive the storm? I did. You came in at the wrong time. I'm like close to ending the stream, but I will go a little bit longer just for you, Aqua 2Js. But yeah, no, I did survive the storm. I did. If you don't like Florida, try a totally different part of the state. It will be totally different. Hey, I know you love Florida, but why don't you just move to Pennsylvania? For no reason. I know you don't like anything about Pennsylvania, and it's completely a mid place to live, but like, why not Pennsylvania? How about I stay in the state that has good gun laws and has that looks like a dick? Honestly, I like dicks so much that I'll stay in Florida just because it looks like a dick. Come to Brazil. I would like to visit Brazil. You only had 2 hurricanes try to kill you in the last month. True, it did. This happened. That did happen. I got really lucky with that though. It didn't hit us very hard. I mean, it hit us hard, but like it didn't do any damage to us specifically, which we got lucky. You're doing voice training 24/7 now? It's impressive. It's girl month. It's almost not girl month. Tomorrow's the last day of girl month, chat. It's the last day of girl month. I feel like there's a couple of residual things I'm going to do for girl month in retrospect because I wanted to do them in girl month, but I didn't have the opportunity because like a lot of shit happened this month that kind of fucked me up. Like my cat getting a UTI. Like just, there's a lot of shit that happened. I fucking, god damn it. But the hurricanes can get into the line behind the ice pond and the mirror. Yeah. She died. She's streaming from beyond the grave. It doesn't matter about girl month or not. You're cute no matter what. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's like, I don't know. If people are always like, oh, you gotta move to Pennsylvania. I don't know why you guys are so like hell bent on me moving to Pennsylvania. I love Florida. I've been living here for over a year, and I still, every time I go outside and I see like the palm trees and the bright blue sky, I'm like, all right, I like this place. You know what I mean? Like literally every single time. I've lived here for over a year, and I've been in Florida, like and around Florida for like multiple years now. So it's like, I feel like if I was gonna get over it and like get sick of it, I would have. You know what I mean? Like maybe years from now, I'll have like a okay, I just want to see some different scenery for a little bit, but like, I think Pennsylvania's the stick. I think it's the stick, man. I could definitely see myself like living in, did I say Pennsylvania? Fuck, I'm tired. I could definitely see myself living in Florida for the rest of my life. Totally. I'd rather be in Virginia than Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that. Florida, the GTA city of all time? It is. It is. It's the GTA 6 is in Florida. I might be able to go to my house in GTA. In the new one. I would never say move to PA because you are happy in Florida, but you should visit PA and enjoy yourself. Oh, I'll definitely visit PA. So like Jizzy's parents have family in PA. In fact, Jizzy's parents literally just got back from PA. So they literally just went to Pittsburgh like last week. So it's like, I do think I'll go up there at some point, and I would go up there just to do like a fan meetup because I have a lot of viewers in PA. So I would do like a fan meetup in PA. I don't mind visiting PA. I just don't want to move there. Boobs is just like, you need to not put beans in your chili. You need to put beans in your chili, and you need to buy a crack house in Pennsylvania. That's what you need to do. And it's like, okay, first of all, I'm not buying a crack house. First of all, that's not happening. Second of all, I'm not moving to Pennsylvania. That's not happening. Third of all, beans and chili is ass. Don't fight me. Did you attend TwitchCon perhaps? No, I didn't. I didn't have, it wasn't in the budget, and I didn't think there were many other people going. Like, the only reason why I'd really want to go to TwitchCon is to meet other femboys and meet other creators in my kind of sphere, and I just didn't see any of them going. You know, I don't think Nano went. I don't think Cal went. Really, none of us went. Jizzy has some Pittsburgh roots. Makes sense. Well, technically no, but that's a long story. Pittsburgh has fun to visit there to annoy Maddie, but yeah, not sure I'd want to move there. Yeah, I don't think I'd move there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Pennsylvania is a gorgeous place to live. I'm sure that there are many parts. I'd rather live in Pennsylvania than in Iowa, right? That's fair. I can say that. I'd rather live in Pennsylvania than many other countries or many other states in the union, right? I'd rather live in Pennsylvania than Nebraska, California, Washington, Illinois. I'd rather live, I'd rather live in Pennsylvania than a lot of other places. But having said that, there's a lot of other places I'd rather live in than Pennsylvania, like Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma. The list goes on. Iowa is not real, no. It's not real. It can't hurt you. I'd also rather live in hell than Iowa. Yeah, it's pretty fair. Iowa is shit. The only good thing about Iowa is Poncheros and Bebops. Literally the only two good things. And there is a Poncheros open in Miami, and I have to go there before it closes down or some shit happens. If I fucking find out that they closed the only Poncheros that is in Florida, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. The Tennessee? Wow. I mean, I'd probably live in Tennessee rather than Pennsylvania, yeah. Tennessee is still like the South, and I kind of like living in the South. The South is pretty nice. I feel like I'm kind of vibe with the Southern culture of, Waffle House and, yeehars. I like Tennessee. Tennessee's pretty gorgeous. I like Kentucky. Kentucky's pretty gorgeous too. South Carolina's great. I'd move into South Carolina. I probably wouldn't move to North Carolina or Virginia's or any of the Northeast. Maybe Maine, maybe. It just depends, North Ohio, according to Amoya. You should move to Alaska because AK. Why? Because AK. I mean, I guess I'd have to use it more often there because there's bears. The problem with Alaska is it's expensive, right? It's expensive to live in Alaska because literally everything you buy in Alaska has to be shipped to Alaska, so it's really expensive to live there. Astra's passionate about tacos. More burritos. I don't really care about tacos, but I love burritos. Virginia Beach / Hampton Roads was decent. I wouldn't mind staying there aside from the flooding. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to live on like a northeastern beach. The northeastern beaches always seem so depressing because they're like, compared to Florida beaches, they're just not, they don't compare to Florida beaches, Are you just trying to hurt the PA residents? Shame on you, Astra. I'm not trying to hurt the PA residents. If you live in PA, great. I'm glad that you live there, and I hope you really enjoy watching or living in PA. I hope that the people in PA, it's important place right now. Very important for the election. Very important swing state. If you're in PA, go out and vote. Do the thing. What else am I supposed to... What other politically correct things am I supposed to say? Vote. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. Listen, especially if the Amendment 3 on Florida's Constitution passes, I'm never leaving Florida. If Amendment 3 passes, I'm never leaving Florida. If Amendment 3 in Florida's Constitution passes, Florida will be perfect. I mean, it would really be perfect if 2 passes as well. Those are the 2 amendments I care about, or Amendment 1 or 2 and 3. Drink drugs, stay in milk, don't do school. Exactly. Don't be cool. Don't go to school. As long as you can get your meds still. Shrugs. I mean, there's medical stuff, but that's I'm not someone talking about. I just hope it passes. I think it'd be cool. Both have to remind you that many of the electronics came from Pennsylvania. I mean, that's true. I don't mind that. I don't care. I don't mind that. I don't have a problem against Pennsylvanians. I don't have a problem against people from Pennsylvania. I like Pennsylvanians. I know a lot of Pennsylvanians, and I like them. Pennsylvanians are great. They're great. I just don't want to live there. I'll visit your state. I'll visit and I'll hang out and I'll go back home. Half of the world's USA-made TVs had their CRTs made in PA by Sylvania. I guess this makes sense why they're called Sylvania then, doesn't it? What do those amendments do? 3 is recreational weed. So yeah, Amendment 1 is bipartisan school boards. So right now, if you were to vote for a school, the Board of Education members in Florida, you do not see their political affiliations. So everybody has a political affiliation, but it doesn't show it on the ballot. Amendment 1 would change that. So if you vote on Amendment 1, yes, on Amendment 1, it would make school board positions partisan. So that you would, if you're going to vote for somebody in the school board, you can see that they're a Democrat or they're a Republican, and you can vote for them based on that, I guess, if you want. I don't really care about that as much because I don't have children and I don't go to school, so it doesn't affect me, but whatever. Amendment 2 is the right to fish and hunt, which is basically meaning that, like, the government cannot tell you cannot hunt. Like, they can't be like, you're not allowed to hunt in this public land anymore. Like, that would be against the Florida Constitution. And I think that's fucking based. It would make it so, like, honestly, it's a very, like, conservationist kind of thing. Like, it's very good for conservation and actually keeping Florida's wilderness nice and, like, safe. There are, like, talks about trying to make, like a channel from, like, South Florida to North Florida where animals can go unimpeded. So, like, basically there's, like, a migration path that they could follow, and it's, like, all about conservation and stuff like that. I really like, and that's kind of the angle from this second one. So it's like, if you want the hunting and fishing in Florida to be a constitutional right instead of just a thing, then that's what you'd vote for on 2. I really like that. I think it should be a constitutional right. I think people who are like, it doesn't need to be a constitutional right, it's like, sure, but I'd rather not have it. I'd rather have it be a constitutional right so the government can't tell me no, you know? Amendment 3 is weed. Amendment 4 is for abortion. Amendment 5 is for, I think Amendment 5 ties, like, the home ownership evaluations to the inflation. So, like, the value that the government estimates your home at is tied to inflation instead of, like, a yearly... I don't remember exactly. But it basically would mean that you pay less taxes on your home insurance. Or not your home insurance, your home property tax. So you pay, like, a certain amount of property tax, and the government estimates your home's value, and that's how they determine how to charge you. And that amendment would basically tie that value with the inflation so that you'd end up paying less taxes on your house, I think. Again, I don't own a house, so this doesn't affect me, but I guess it's like the state would get less money because people would be paying less in property taxes, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because schools are funded by property taxes. So I don't really know. I do know, however, that if Amendment 3 passes, they say it's going to add, like, $200 million to the, like, government, like, the government would make, like, $200 million a year in, like, sales tax if Amendment 3 passes or something. I don't really fucking know. I have mixed feeling about a weed after letting Soren give me a full edible. Well, that is your problem. You took a full edible. So taxes would have to come from somewhere else, so it'd be worse for you? No, it wouldn't be worse because you have, if Amendment 3 passes, so let's say, right? Let's say you say yes on 5, and then the property of your house is then valuated by inflation instead of like whatever. So then you pay less in property taxes. So me personally, I would pay less, and the government would make less money from my property tax. But the government would make that money back by making money from sales tax from weed. So because weed is such like a big, I mean, you know how much the government makes off of sales tax on fucking alcohol? Similar thing to that. They'd make a lot of money off of it, right? And so I feel like, I think it's a give and take kind of thing. I don't really know though. I'm kind of retarded, so don't listen to me, but I'm reading the property tax bill. Yeah, every way of funding the government is going to have people lose or gain more by that system. Yeah, I really don't know what the deal is. And the other thing is, like, I don't own a house, so it's like the fifth one I don't really think it matters that much for me specifically because I don't own a house, and so it actually doesn't affect me. But the only ones that affect me are 2, 3, 4, or I guess 4 doesn't. 2, 3, and I don't remember what the sixth one was. What was the sixth one? Fuck, I don't remember. Wealthiest would benefit the most from property tax reduction? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot I'm not going to vote on. I guess, like, if I don't know something for certain, I'm just not going to vote, so I'm not going to try it. That's why it's beneficial for her to vote. Yeah. There's many ways to differentiate property taxes. The residential owner occupied versus commercial two versus second homes being rented out all can have different tax rates. True. Got a new Astra for educating yourself on state and local elections. I know. I feel so responsible, like, cause like I really am, like, I've dug deep a little bit. Like, I've done research on my local elections, like my city elections, and like who I'm voting for in my city elections, my city amendments that are like the whole list of things that are like my city has, like, should this city do this, or should we? There's one fucking question on the ballot this year. It's like, should we extend term limits to 12 years for like government officials in the city? And I'm like, fuck no, absolutely not. Fuck you. Make the fucking term limit 12 years? Absolutely not. Hedge fund owned homes had huge tax increases. That'd be awesome. I mean, I don't know about that. I'm usually not a big fan of raising taxes for anybody. I think that raising taxes on anybody ends up hurting everybody. It's like when people say, oh, we're just gonna tax the rich. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't fucking work like that. It affects everybody. If you raise the taxes in general, everybody's gonna have to pay more. Hedge fund assholes are the reason young people can't afford homes. Well, it's more the fact that large companies buy up a lot of homes and then they sit on them. Listen, I don't want to name any names, but there are certain companies that own large swath. There's certain companies that own excessive amounts of homes. And they don't rent them out or do anything with them. And they fuck up the housing market because of it. Also, boomers that don't like to let their house value. They make laws and zoning laws that prevents the building of new houses so that their house doesn't go down in value. I'm telling you, it's all the boomers' fault. The Koch brothers. 12 years? No, they should be at least 13, just like TOS. God damn it. She's gotten more mature since she lives in Iowa and more responsible. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? When I lived in Iowa, at least for the most part, I was living with my mom, right? Like, I was living at home. When I moved to Florida, it's like, all right, I've got, like, bills to pay. I've got, like, shit I need to take care of. Like, I can't, like, I don't live a block away from my mom. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Careful, Astra, the mouse is listening. It's not even the mouse. It's the mouse's boss that I'm worried about. Something about a certain color of rocks. Something about that company. They happen to own quite a bit of other companies. And it is kind of... Only one Koch brother left, I think. What? Like from Heckler and Koch? What? Disney can go pound sand. Well, yeah, this is Disney. I don't give a shit about Disney. Disney can go fuck themselves. I don't like Disney. What Whenever I see like somebody in Florida like driving around with like the annual Disney Pass sticker on the back of their car, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if the second one has brain preserved in mech suit. Tummy Flash, Ludstra. Was that a tummy flash by chance? Oh my god. Is that cat hair on my fucking shirt? Rich old white dudes called immigration on their home employees because they wanted better working conditions. What? That called immigration on their employees? What are you talking about? I'm very confused. Tummy flash for Ludstra. I was listening to someone talk about their cost of their Disney, and it's a 10 to 20,000 for a family of 4 to go to the park for 4 days. Oh my god, that's insane. That's a down payment on a house. That's actually insane. Disney is fucking stupid. I don't know, man. Disney is stupid. Not including food costs? Yeah, that's ridiculous. I can't imagine. I don't know why people do that. Disney is so insane. People are like, we're going to Disney World. Like, let me spend years worth of my fucking paycheck to go to Disney World for a weekend. Like, that's awful. That's so fucking bad. People who pay it are the dumb ones, to be honest. True. Charles Entertainment, cheese is getting the last laugh. People might not be able to afford Mickey's World, but they can still afford to eat pizza from a rat. Chuck E. Cheese. I remember in Iowa there was a Chuck E. Cheese that still had animatronics, and we saw them. I don't know if they're still there. I know they were planning on like replacing them soon. Rip the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. Did you ever see Bansky's riff on Disney? What? Damn, that place looks fucked up. Disneyland? Oh, look at Banksy's new art exhibit house inside this dystopian theme park. What the fuck? That's weird looking. I don't know if I like that. What the fuck? Disneyland? That looks awful. Why would anybody go there? I would go there. That looks kind of cool, actually. What's the point? Kind of funny. I don't think there's any Chuck E. Cheese in this area anymore. No, you can't buy like Chuck E. Cheese pizza at the grocery store though, which is kind of funny. But I never really liked Chuck E. Cheese. I always thought their pizza was bad and the games were boring, so I never really enjoyed Chuck E. Cheese. Are you looking for an alternative to the soulless, sugar-coated banality of the average family day out, or just somewhere cheaper than this is the place for you? A chaotic new world where you can escape from the mindless escapism. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. Isn't that in Ohio? I bet. It's in some depressing place like Ohio. It's probably in Pennsylvania. Alright, chat. Well, I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go... I don't know, probably play some Melee or something. Jizzy's probably going to get on in a little bit after me. So if you want to hang out on Jizzy's stream, he'll probably be playing Pokemon. By the way, chat, we could eat Pokemon on stream. No, we could play Pokemon on stream. There's like something on my face. What the fuck is that? Oh, there's like a piece of lint on my face. What the fuck? I need this on my Medicaid. It's only 9 p.m. I know, but I started at 7. I started an hour early, medical. I know, I'm sorry. I said in chat, I tried to let people know that I was starting earlier, but I am starting earlier. Or I did start earlier today. But I need to move to the state where weed is legal so that my Medicaid will pay for it. Or where it's illegal so my Medicaid would pay for it. Oh, okay, well, fuck. I guess there are a lot of options there for that. Anyway, chat, I will see everybody later. Make sure to check out Jizzy's stream later today.